Hi, my name is Brittany Miles. Today I'm going to be jumping in and teaching you the path to $500 per month with Doterra. What I love about this is it's simple, it's duplicatable. This is something that you can be doing every single month in your business. Now, before we jump in, I am going to share my screen with you so you can get a visual of what this looks like. But before we do that, I want you to remember something about what I'm teaching you today. I'm not teaching you about fast start or unilevel, or even rank. We're really focused on reward orders only. Now, this path to 500 is going to be based on those reward orders. So you're actually potentially making much more than $500 because if you add in additional things like your fast start or your unilevel, this number would be larger. But for simplicity, today we're just focusing on reward orders. So just keep that in mind as I show you these numbers. These all must be reward orders. Okay, reward orders only as we learn how this path works. So here we go. So this is the simplest way to visualize this. And basically what you want to remember in your path to 500 is everything is based on that number 500, because we have these pods of 500 in volume that we're trying to create. Okay, so the first thing that you must do as a doTERRA wellness advocate is you must be a product of the product. So be sure to place your own 100 PV order on rewards orders every single month. Okay, at least 100 PV. That's you at the top. Then the next step is creating your first 500 pod. These are the people that are on your front line, and these can be customers, they can be advocates, it really doesn't matter. All of their reward order volume gets added together, and if it is at least 500, then you earn that first $50 Power of 3 bonus. Now, you also have the option of boosting this an additional $50, and that is if we have at least 400 in personal growth volume. Personal growth volume is a metric to show that your business is growing and that you are doing that work and bringing people in. So the reward orders in a given month from the people that you enrolled over the last 12 months add up to that 400 in personal growth volume. Now, those can be anywhere on your team, and you can actually see this in your Power of 3 tracker in your back office. So in a perfect situation, though, if you're brand new to doTERRA, that 400 PGV would be right here in this pod, making up 400 of the 500, which would be great. So if you think about that, that's your first 100. So you have this 500 pod. You also have 400 in PGV. That can be part of this pod or not, it doesn't matter. Okay, so that gets you $100. Now that is what we are duplicating for our advocates that are on our team. So what we would like to do is get at least 3 of those people on your front line to upgrade their accounts and create their own 500 pod. So when we do that, now we have, as you see here, we have 3 pods on that second level of 500 each. So this first pod belongs to this girl, the next pod belongs to this girl or this guy, whoever, and then the last one belongs to the other one, right? So they're bringing in their own customers, their own people are getting on rewards, and now we have each of them with their own 500 pod. So what this does now is it changes your Power of 3 bonus to $250. Okay, so again, how do we get $250? We have our own 500 pod in our front line, reward order volume. That can be one person, it can be 10 people, it doesn't matter as long as we add them up and they make 500. And then we help 3 of our frontline advocates to do the same thing. 500 pod, 500 pod, 500 pod. Okay, 250. Now, if your personal growth volume is at least 400, we're going to boost this by an additional $50, which would make us have $300, right? If your personal growth volume is 800 or more, then you're going to boost this by an additional $250. And that's where we get that 500 path that we were talking about, the path to 500. That's it. This is all you need. This is the structure that it takes. It's not really complicated. It's quite simple, right? You're going to enroll a few people. We usually suggest 4 people on your front line. They're going to place their reward order volume. And then we're going to help them to do the exact same thing. So as they enroll people, you could also put a few of your own new customers down here. If you're enrolling several new people, help your advocates out, put a few on their pods as well. And all of those personally enrolled ones are going to go toward your personal growth volume, or PGV. Okay, so very simply, let's go through it one more time because I know it can be confusing. So step 1, you place your own reward order. Step 2, you help the people on your front line to place their reward orders, and they're going to equal 500 in volume, and we add them up. Okay, now we help those people to have their own 500 pods. So that they're going to become advocates, they're going to enroll customers, and you can place additional customers with them if you would like to. And everybody has their 500 pods. This creates your 250 bonus. You also want to have, or part of this can be your personal growth volume, people you enrolled over the last 12 months. When they place their reward order volume, that adds to your personal growth volume, or PGV. A personal growth volume of 400 or more gets you an additional $50. A personal growth volume of 800 or more gets you an additional $250. Now you do need to qualify for the bonus first. Okay, you can't just have 400 personal growth volume without this structure and still get the bonus. So you got to get your pod in place, and then you can qualify to boost it. So that's it, guys. And then, of course, we can actually take this down a step further if you're ready to make more, but that is a class for another day.